This is a 1957 300 SL Gullwing. Everything special about this car. This car was conceived and originally built in the early 50s, and there was nothing ever like it. 57 was the last year of production, and only 75 cars, I believe, were produced. I think the total production run was about 1,500 cars from 1954 to 1957. They originally were designed as racing cars early on, and then they finally decided to build it as a production car. And people raced them, rallied them, and used them as touring cars and cars for enjoyment. With the gearing this car has, it will go 146 miles an hour. It's a 3-liter fuel-injected engine. The engine is sitting in here at a 30-degree angle. In order to get the hood to close, the engine had to lay the engine down. And it's a direct fuel injection system, which was the first car of its kind to ever have fuel injection, a production car. And direct fuel injection, just now are they actually starting to build some cars in the last few years which have direct fuel injection. It has an intake manifold, which is what this is, which lays across the top, which makes it look very big. Because if you saw the engine out of the car, it's tall, but it's really not very big. This car was a hallmark in design and construction and engineering. The doors are aluminum, the hood is aluminum, the trunk is aluminum. To close the door, you pull it. And to open it, you just open it up like that. And these springs inside these tubes are what hold the doors open. The gentleman who purchased this car came to me about 2 or 3 years ago. He had a car that didn't run very well, was really undrivable. I was told that this car was restored about 12 or 14 years ago, and it sat for 10 years of that. So it had deteriorated, and the restoration that was done to it was not very good, and mechanically it didn't run very well. I'm really a perfectionist type of person. The engine and the whole drive line has to work just so, and this is a complicated 6-cylinder direct fuel injected engine. Most of these cars really don't run and perform like this car does. It's a lot of time spent to make it run that way. It took about 2.5 years to restore this vehicle. Now it runs better than new. I would say that this particular car should bring close to $600,000. The kind of work that was done to it, if I had the $600,000 and I wanted one of these cars, this one I can tell you is one of the best ones.